Hey guys, so we're looking at, as you can see, the title, The Cost of Home Ownership. We're just looking at a few calculations related to buying a home. So you saw most of these calculations yesterday. Yesterday we used a table, though, to calculate the monthly payment. And today we're going to use this formula here. As you see it, it's the monthly payment for mortgage can be calculated using this formula. PV stands for the present value, meaning the loan amount, as you can see here. T is the number of years, and R is the interest rate. PMT, as you can see here, is the monthly mortgage payment. So anyhow, as you see, example 2 here, it says, in example 1, which we saw yesterday, the $175,500 mortgage was financed with a 30-year fixed rate at 7.5%. We found that the monthly payment would be $1,227, and the total interest was approximately $266,220. Now, use the monthly mortgage formula to find the monthly payment if the time of the mortgage is reduced to 15 years. So we take that same loan amount, again, PV is $175,500. We plug in the rate, we plug in the time here, so you see the 7.5% rate, 0.075 gets plugged in both spots and divided by 12 in both spots. And then here you'd have negative 12 times the time. They did ask us to switch it to 15 years, so right here, of course, is a 15. And so as I was saying, we just plug in all our numbers, as you can see there. The rate gets plugged in 2 spots, the time there, and the loan amount, the PV there. So loan amount, rate, and then time there. Negative 12 is just part of the equation. 1 minus that 1 is part of it. These 12s on bottom are, as you can see from the formula, some of the numbers are built into it. So if you need any pointers on calculating this, your calculator could do this all in one shot, but I've shown a couple steps here. 0.075 divided by 12. Down here you see I pretty much did the whole calculation. It obviously following the order of operation. So down here, obviously if you're following, you need to follow the order of operations. You can do what's in the parentheses first, which of course would be divide, then add 1. Whatever you get, 1 point something, of course, you will raise to the power of, in this case, the power of negative 180. And then whatever you get there, you will do 1 minus that amount to get this. I ended up getting the 0.674209, and then once you get that, you can you can divide the top number by the bottom number, so 0.00625 divided by that number, and then you get this 0.00927. If you multiply that by the 175.5, finally at the end you can see I got $1,626, and it is 91 cents. As you can see, the number is here again. Find the total interest, guys. We looked at this yesterday also. It's add up all the payments for all 15 years. Well, in 15 years you'd make 180 payments, right? It's one payment every month. There's 12 months in a year, so 15 times 12 tells us there's 180 months in 15 years. So 180 payments of $1,626.91. That's going to be the total out-of-pocket cost just for borrowing this amount, $175,500. So multiply to get all the payments, subtract $175,500, and you end up with the interest here. And then the part C, how much interest is saved by reducing the mortgage from 30 to 15 years? So we use the same rate, 7.5%, so it's simply by paying for 15 years instead of 30, how much do you save in interest? And you can see here, right, yesterday from example 1, $266,220. Subtract the interest from the 15, well, this was from the 30-year loan, right? And reducing it to 15 years, the interest is that much, so subtract, and you could see $148,000 of interest is saved by reducing to 15 years from 30, of course. And then, I mean, that's really it. Practice 2 is the same thing, so you probably don't need to hear that same exact thing over again. I'll just kind of, as the writing is a little sloppy, sorry about that, I'll just kind of tell you, right? 216,000, the rate here 0.065, also the rate here 0.065. The ones, these are ones, part of the formula. The 12s here, and the negative 12 here, part of the formula. Still a 15-year loan, and so I follow the order of operations to eventually come to the conclusion that this scenario, right, this scenario here, it ends up resulting in an $1,881.59 payment. Again, you can read all the important information there. The total interest paid, same thing, right? That's 180 months again. It's 15 years. That's the monthly payment. The 216,000 came from practice. Came from here. Came from the initial amount borrowed. So all the monthly payments, $338,686.20 minus the loan amount leaves me with $122,686.20 in interest. And then how much interest is saved compared to practice one? In practice one, the 30-year loan had this much interest, and now this new loan has this much interest. So if you subtract, you can see that reducing from 30 years down to 15, $152,000 is saved total. So yeah, that's it. Definitely do those two problems, then do your best to get to some of these. Try your best to do all of them. If it ends up being heavy on the labor, at least do one of these. So it's, work the whole period, and if you don't get all the 2 through 6 even done, at least do number 2. And there's your solutions. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for checking it out.